Well, hello once again, my friends, my fellow historians, and my fellow lovers of the beautiful SS United States. I'd like to welcome you to another video, and this video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be so much on the update of the status of the ship or the court docket, but it's going to be actually where we're going to be able to look inside the ship, deep inside the bow. Now, I had found this Facebook page, and it's titled SS United States, America's Superliner. Now, what drew me to this page was the fact that they had so many pictures from the inside of the ship. And I want to show you guys something that was posted on May 19th, 2026 at 7:10 p.m. It shows there's some information on the anchoring system, the anchoring handling system, and when you look down, there are pictures. So what I want to do is I want to read you what it says. And this comes from a gentleman, the page administrator, by the way. His name is Mike Strasbow. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And it's awesome the way he's showing us inside the ship. So what he wrote is the following. After another successful and long day aboard the SS United States, page administrator Mike Strasbow takes us to places most have rarely seen. Deep within the bow of the legendary SS United States was one of the ship's most rugged and mechanically fascinating operational spaces, the anchor handling system. Hidden beneath the forecastle deck, this interconnected series of compartments and machinery spaces was responsible for controlling and storing the massive tackle that secured the fastest ocean liner ever built to the seabed. At the top of the system was the anchor handling room, located forward at the bow of the upper deck. This was the operational area where the anchor chains passed inboard from the hawse pipes and over the windlass equipment. Here, the crew members monitored and controlled the handling of the ship's enormous anchors during anchoring operations. The machinery included the wildcats, the geared chain wheels, and physically gripped the anchor chain links as the anchors were lowered or raised. Chain stoppers and heavy braking systems secure the anchors while underway, preventing movement from the tremendous loads generated by the ship and sea conditions. Directly below sat the windlass machinery room on the main deck, a separate compartment housing the drive motors and mechanical systems powering the anchor windlass above. On larger liners like the United States, separating the machinery below deck reduced exposure to the harsh marine environment, while also improving weight distribution low in the hull. These motors transferred immense torque vertically upward to the windlass assemblies on the deck above, allowing the crew to safely handle the tremendous weight of the anchor and their chains. Beneath bow spaces was the chain locker, the top of which is on A deck, a cavernous compartment deep in the forward hull where the anchor chains are stored when not deployed. The chains descended through pipes from the windlass area into the locker below, where they accumulated freely in massive piles. Each anchor typically had its own dedicated locker compartment to prevent fouling and tangling. The bitter end of each chain was permanently secured inside the locker to prevent accidental loss of the entire chain overboard. The system formed a vertical mechanical hierarchy within the bow, anchors outside the hull feeding into the anchor handling room, machinery housed in the windlass room below, and finally the chain lockers deep in the hull beneath everything else. On a vessel the size of the United States, these spaces were immense and heavily reinforced, designed to withstand the colossal stress imposed by thousands of feet of heavy anchor chain and the forces generated by a 990-foot liner riding at anchor. Shown are images from these areas, from anchor handling to the windlass room, and then the stores and subsequently the chain locker. Also attaches an image of the ship's inboard profile showing the decks of each of these spaces. Special thanks to Colleen Marine for their professionalism, diligence, and commitment to ensuring environmental compliance and operational integrity throughout the entire remediation process. With remediation now complete, the vessel is effectively reef ready, pending only final inspections and remaining permit approvals. Items now being removed are scrap steel and components that permits the interior of the ship to be opened up for diver safety and even flooding throughout the ship once deployment occurs. To date, EPA inspections and associated regulatory reviews have been satisfied, and current indications suggest final permit sign-offs are far less likely to be denied than some organizations and individuals elsewhere online continue to claim. The work performed has been thorough, transparent, and carried out to meet the applicable environmental and regulatory standards required for the ship's next chapter. And on the bottom it says more to come. And the tags of the SS United States, the Okaloosa Board of County Commissioners, the SS United States Conservancy, and Colleen Marine. So on the bottom, you can see some of the pictures that he was referring to. So when we look at the first picture, this is the anchor windlass, or the anchor windlasses. And you can see the two cowls on the floor, and you can see how the chain wrap around them and go down into the chain locker. The next would be the windlass motors directly below, and this would be looking aft. And it looks really like it's in really great shape considering the ship's age. The paint, everything held up really well. The next picture is the windlass room looking forward. Next photo would be the storeroom, showing the port anchor pocket and its structure. Note the hawse pipe going into it at the top. The next picture is the store area aft of the anchor pocket, showing the hatch leading into the chain locker. And this photo shows a view inside the chain locker. Can you imagine all the weight that's in there and how loud it must have been as that chain comes crashing down? And this image shows the decks. So at top is the promenade deck. Then we got the upper deck where the anchor handling is. And then the main deck with a windlass motor room. And then A deck, B deck, C deck, D deck, E deck, and the inner bottom of the ship. So those are all the pictures, and that was basically what I wanted to share with you guys. It's really awesome to get to go inside and look and see this historic ship before she's lost. And I'm just grateful that I found this and we're able to actually look into the ship in a lot of places where not a lot of people get to see. I'd like to thank Mike Strasbow for showing us inside the ship. My friends, until the next video, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.